Hello there, smooth skin. The name's Harold. I help keep this town running. Whatever it takes to keep this place together. Better job on it than me. Well, sorta. Our atomic reactors are mighty sensitive. The people I got running it mean well, but, well, they are not the sharpest tools in the shed, if you know what I mean. Need a little time on the whetstone yourself, huh? I mean, they are not too bright. Here's an example. The other day, I get a report. On it, it says the main coolant valve should be shut down. That would have caused a meltdown. That would make the Grand Canyon look like a pig wallow. Oh, yeah, that would be bad. Now, I got things fixed up in time, but we came close to the end there. Whew. They need someone to watch out for them. Who'd have thought I'd be making things right? Although, if we don't get a hydroelectric magnetosphere regulator pretty damn quick, there is gonna be trouble. Well, technically, it's a thingy. Without a functional hydroelectric magnetosphere regulator, we are leaking radioactive coolant into the groundwater. Now that means anyone using that water is not going to need a nightlight to take a midnight piss. Also, we need more fuel because our power plant is not burning it very efficiently. Well, I'm certain those ornery bastards in Vault City have one. Not that they'd share. Hell, even if we had one of those thingies, I'm not so certain Festus could install the dang thing. Well, they'd only help us if they thought it was in their own best interest to do so. Not much chance of that happening. They shoot ghouls on sight. Makes conversation a bit tricky. If we don't get it, you can bet those boneheads from Vault City will shut down our power plant permanently. Take dirt naps. Vault City doesn't play nice. They'll just come up here and kill all of us if we don't get that part. Well, at least I'll have a tree for a monument. Jealous? His name's Herbert. I talk to him when I get lonely. Just kidding. His name's Bob.
What do you want, human? I'm Marcus. Help build the place. Now I'm sheriff. Long story. Want it short, or the whole thing? Right. After the master and the vats were destroyed, I wandered a bit. No place to go. One day got attacked by this fool wearing power armor. And that was Jacob, from the Brotherhood of Steel. He'd sworn some oath to destroy muties. We tussled for a while. Probably a day or two. After a while, we just started laughing. What was the point? And we became friends. Headed off together. Then, other people started following us. Guess they figured if they weren't safe with a mutie and a steel knight, safe just wasn't going to happen. Uranium mine. I knew there was one around from old maps. Now, anybody's welcome here, long as they act right. Others might not think much of us, but nobody's more free than we are. There you go. Oh, what sinkhole are you from? Muties and normals made peace a long time ago. The original Vault Dweller? You mean the one who killed the master and destroyed the vats? You're talking a long time ago. The world's moved on. You want to hear ancient history? Right. Well, never really hated humans. We just had a better way. These new governments, they think they've got all the answers. Blah, blah. Been there, seen that. Got the scars. The master wanted to elevate everyone to his level so we wouldn't fight each other anymore. He was convinced we wouldn't do it by ourselves. Couldn't. We had to be forced to evolve. While Jacob was alive, I thought the master was wrong. But it seems that while some men can heed the call and rise above it all, most just run away. Jacob heard the call and embraced it. So did the Vault Dweller. But no matter how many rise above, the masses will always destroy them. Right? The Master just wanted everyone to see clearly. The Vault Dweller ended that dream. You're right. If all humans fought for what they believed in like that, we wouldn't have needed the Master's plan in the first place. But don't forget, I knew the folks involved. They were the best humanity had to offer. Your people are going to tell the story a different way. Right? Not a problem. Like I said, that was a long time ago. My memories of being a human aren't as clear as they once were. But I remember pettiness, hatred, jealousy. I prefer being a mutant. It was flawed. We should have only taken the best. Look around. Most mutants didn't have the mind or will to withstand the strain. If only we had chosen better.
I'm Tandy, president of NCR. My boys tell me you're looking for work. What are you handy at? You sound like just what's needed. We need some computer parts from our old base, Vault 15. Problem is there's squatters there who won't let anybody by. Somebody has to convince them to let us in, or just bring back the parts. You up for the job? Fair enough. Do it right and there's a reward. Well, I got a little time to spare. A gek? Like the lizard? We got 'em all over. What do you want to know? Was Shady Sands. Most folks call it NCR now. New California Republic. Pretty impressive name, huh? Vault 13? Why are you asking? You're serious, aren't you? If we're talking about the same person, he saved my life, then vanished. When I start thinking it was only a dream, I go look at the statue out front. That's right, for scaring off the raiders. They kept clear of Shady Sands afterwards, and we got time to get ourselves set up. We made him a hero, even if we didn't believe a word about him coming from Vault 13. My dad and Seth searched for years trying to find Vault 13. They died looking. Always said it was west of here. If somebody were to find Vault 13, that'd do us even better than 15. Lord, that was a long time ago. Hardly remember who I was then. Just a naive girl. The one you call the Vault Dweller. Is he still alive? Yes. There's a resemblance. You've got the same fire, too. I was always afraid that he was nothing but a skeleton somewhere in the desert. Figures. Well, I was pretty young when we met. There was a gang of raiders, the Khans, who had gotten hold of me. Things were looking pretty bad when all of a sudden this stranger shows up and rescues me. Your Vault Dweller. I used to envy him that. I wanted a life of adventure, but I stayed here and took over as mayor when my dad died. Been running this place and building NCR ever since. Guess it turned out to be a pretty big life after all.
The shadow of darkness arrived before you. Dark souls came, they took everyone. A rush of wind came. On it were great dragonflies that spat flame. Evil men crawled from the beasts' bellies and brought death to our warriors. The spirit was willing, but the spearheads were weak. The evil ones burned our warriors with the lights of hell. All were dead or taken. My spirit returned to flesh only to reveal the truth to the chosen. A strange mist stole their minds and sent them to the land of sleep. The evil ones walked among the dreamers, yet did not dream. The beasts swallowed all, then took to the winds. Did you never listen when I taught you the yearly dance of the wind spirits? South, of course. Yes, they traveled the wind south. I overheard the dark souls speaking. They plan to rest their beasts at a place named Navarro before crossing the great basin of our Earth Mother's tears. For me, nothing. Chosen, you must seek the fold of the Dark Ones and rescue our people. You are the Chosen. You must do.
Halt! This is federal property. No admittance without proper authorization. Don't give me any excuses. You need to either show me your pass or give me the password. I suggest you leave this installation immediately and do not return here without proper authorization. Do I make myself clear?